Hey everyone, so this week I was able to extend my theory, toxin sequestration theory, to gallstones. Now, as you know, this is my new theory of cancer. It argues that the body creates extra storage in order to store and sequester toxins because toxins are the root cause of all chronic disease. And it's not just cancer tumors. Now I've extended it to even stones, like I've talked about kidney stones sequestering oxalate. Uh, and now we can talk about gallstones, which are stones in the gallbladder. And let's think about what could be the toxins stored in gallstones. Well, to understand this, you have to understand the idea of toxic bile. And the liver is the primary detox organ. It's full of toxins, and especially it's full of these lipophilic or fat-soluble toxins. Uh, and those toxins get dumped into the bile because the liver wants to excrete them out, and then they go into the gallbladder and eventually into the intestines so that you can poop them out. But along the way, they can damage, the gallbladder, damage the body's tissues there. So the idea is that gallstones can be formed to sequester some of these toxins in a stone form. And it's very much analogous to kidney stones. People think like, oh, these are totally unrelated. Well, they're actually similar in spirit because calcium, who's the good guy, even though it's blamed by the mainstream media, they talk about calcifications, right? But calcium forms the scaffold of a kidney stone that allows you to sequester oxalates. And similarly, cholesterol, which is always blamed by the media, forms the scaffold of gallstones. Now, cholesterol, by the way, is not a toxin. It is not a toxin, but everything else in the gallstone is a toxin. So there's, seed oils, damaged PUFAs. There's the heavy metals, the excess copper, excess iron, and the microplastics and the forever chemicals. And those are all stored in gallstones. They found these things in gallstones. So there's real literature on this. And anyway, so these gallstones are full of lipophilic toxins, and they are bound together by cholesterol, which kind of keeps the structure of the stone. And that helps to protect the gallbladder and the other surrounding tissue from the toxic effects. Now, interestingly, a key risk factor for gallbladder cancer is gallstones. So we can view this as a hierarchical response by the body to toxicity, where initially it would create a gallstone and eventually it can escalate that to cancer if needed. And that makes sense from my theory's perspective.